Howdy, everybody. Oh no, my camera's messed up still. What did I do? Well,
It looks okay.
I can definitely multitask. I've messed everything up, but I'm here. Whoa, my mouse is going
Whoa,
crazy.
am I watching another video? Your camera's. Oh, now it's fucked up because you're fucking around with it.
I am trying to get it to go on top now. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Oh, everybody, look at that black space underneath his
Wow.
camera. Let's just shame him.
There we
Oh, there it
go.
is.
Tech
You know what,
support on the job.
dude? High five. Five
Yeah.
stars. Five
That
stars.
that was
Would rate again.
that was more exhilarating than any of the game.
Yeah. What game?
That was, I mean, I was just telling you, I was kind of falling asleep during the beginning of the game.
Sure.
But, I think that's to be expected for the players that we have out there right now. We have Jake Layman getting 30 minutes or whatever. we have, I
I
mean,
hope not. I don't want to see
yes,
the box score if
I
that's
know.
actually
I
true.
hope that's not true. But, we have a lot of players. I mean, I'm very excited about Greg Monroe, and I want to figure out a way to keep him on the team because I guess to go straight into diving into deep topics or whatever. But Greg Monroe,
Ooh, deep topics.
I would love to have him on the team going forward this year just because I hate not having big men available for us. Like if Towns goes
Yeah.
out or something like that. Because
Right.
then
That,
like Nathan Knight is good, but he's really like you were saying this the other day. Like defensively, he's not gonna be ready for a while.
Yeah, or his whole career because when is he going to get the opportunity? Right, it's going to
Mm-hmm.
be in the G League. It's going to be dominating the G League, but he's dominating because of size and talent alone. In the NBA, it's a different story, and he's always going to be like the second or third tier, like big. So when is he going to be really there,
Mm-hmm.
producing on a defensive level? You shouldn't be relying on that. So yeah, I don't know why I said that much about Nathan Knight tonight, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's like these players in general. This is not like a game for us to be like get excited about the future of the Timberwolves. It's like who the fuck do we have to move forward with when we get our starters back as a core? And this is a good like battleground for all of them. And then like the last two games have been really fun to see at like a G League college level, like who could maybe
Mm-hmm.
take
Yeah.
the role and given and take advantage of that time given, right? Because these opportunities aren't here to last. And I'm actually shocked that Greg Monroe was like not considered by any other team, and
I
the
for
Wolves picked him up.
I didn't even realize he was out of the league. I thought he was just maybe like on somebody's bench or injured or something weird. And then I heard that he wasn't even like he was not even play. I mean, he was playing, but not on teams, right? He was in DC. Does he just live in DC? I don't even know.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
it was
I
interesting.
mean, maybe he was last seen playing for the Wizards, right?
Maybe,
So
yeah.
maybe he just parked on home.
But I mean, I remember
Sixth
his.
Sense is here. Sixth
Oh
Sense, isn't he a
yeah.
Sixers fan? Sixth Sense.
No, I think he's a Charlotte fan.
Oh, okay.
I believe. I believe
Who
they
was
came
that?
from
Who
the
was that
Charlotte.
Philly fan that came? And he was like also like six something.
Oh, I don't remember.
It's all good. It's been so such a long season.
It has been a long season, and it's been a long time since I feel like we've seen everybody because we had the holiday break. We skipped yesterday's game because I thought it was gonna be awful, and then it ended up being really fun.
Oh no. We were just really busy that night.
Yeah, we was just busy.
We were just busy.
We were just so
We just
busy.
generally sore.
but but yeah, it's been a long time, so it's good to see you guys in chat. Welcome
Yeah.
back,
Welcome
Jelson,
back,
Six
everyone. What's
Sense,
up, Austin?
Austin. Yeah, Marion Balin.
I love that name.
I like it
We were
too.
just talking about like Monroe is like a fucking baller name.
That is a
So is
great name.
Marion Balin.
Yes, that is a great name.
Marion Ballin.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sure you got that a lot as a
Yeah,
youth.
true. Yeah.
Or maybe you
And
still are a youth.
Jake's here too. Jake Erickson.
What
I
up, Jake?
appreciate it. Yeah. Well, we're gonna dive right into it. So the game tonight, I mean, obviously shorthanded, quite shorthanded, but I'd say for the circumstances, again, a pretty good fighting effort from the Timberwolves.
Totally.
And to have your third string players all have to be starters basically, other than maybe Malik Beasley, which apparently all of Twitter considers him like a fourth string person because they are just so sick of him. Which I don't know. I think I'm the only one that's not sick of what Beasley at this moment. But no, I mean to see like these players, like you have Jordan McLaughlin, who was pretty bad again.
Yeah.
You have like Nathan Knight out there. You've got, I mean, Jalen Noel still getting pretty good minutes. You you're signing Greg Monroe to a contract literally hours before a game.
Yeah.
To come out and play 2 games against not terrible teams, and I mean, given like the Celtics were a little injured and COVID-y as well, but like we had 2 decent games that we went 1-1 in this time. We're probably going to get Ant and some other players back on Friday.
Right.
We've put ourselves in a pretty good position, I'd say.
Yeah, sure. I mean, these 2 games are a good sample to maybe clump together and talk about as a totality, as like a overwhelming like kind of conversation about the mob that is our bench, or to be bench, or to be continued past the season, even like what our bench should look like and what kind of holes we could address on the offseason. And I don't know if like, this might be kind of like a shock to all of you, but like I'm not necessarily confident in like any of those players.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to like rise to the top. Like I love Jalen Noel's game and his character and his demeanor, but like, dropping 29 and then dropping 7 tonight, like who the fuck is that, right? So I don't want that. I want consistent play. Like Malik Beasley going like as an absolute dud last night to like, kind of a dud tonight too, but like he's been being paid the big bucks for a reason, and he's not coming to play, right? He's just like 6 for 17, Wiggins like numbers. Yeah. And like players that are in this defensive role, well, can they take over and be more of a threat or a second or a third option? It's like I'm watching this game half asleep, but also watching like who the fuck is taking shots on offense? Like who should we be wanting to watch take shots over, take over the game, and like that never happened. And it was like kind of like I want Greg Monroe to take over the game out of everyone on our team.
Yeah, he was doing like backdoor cuts and everything, and he's been a pretty good passer too. I think Punch Drunk Wolves, is that their name on Twitter?
Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
They tweeted something like I have to find it because it was such a good tweet, and I kind of me and my kind of pickiness on Carl, I had to it's Punch Drunk Wolves. They said Karl Anthony Towns, but if he tried to pass like Monroe instead of Jokic. And I was like, nah, I prefer the behind the back, between the legs, no look turnovers.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But seriously, no, that's a great point. And
it's a good flavor of a turnover.
Yeah. And great winning plays. But no, I that would be a very welcome change. But Karl Anthony Towns didn't play tonight, but Greg Monroe did. And man, I mean, I'm gonna keep saying this over and over again, but I really liked Greg Monroe. I just really did.
Yeah, totally. And it was like a blessing in disguise when this random phantom foul, the Phantom Knight foul, 6th foul. I don't know. That was like a Star Wars Batman thing, Phantom Knight. But when he got his 6th foul, he got taken out of the game, and then Greg Monroe came back. That was nice.
Yeah, yes. That was nice. I was very happy about that. Also, speaking of Nathan Knight and speaking of Dave Benz, he had actually, I thought, maybe it's just because I'm so sick of the Ant facts and everything.
Oh, he had a Nate note?
Yeah, well, in the last game, when Knight hit that 3, he said I can't even remember what he said now. It was like, I can't remember, but he said something that was not cringy, and I was like, "Ooh, I like this."
Nice.
He said putting him to sleep or something. I can't remember. Chat's got to remember.
Good night, Nate Knight.
Yes.
We got to stop calling him Nate Knight. I think Nate Knight is like a really weird. It sounds so weird to hear. But
yes.
Nathan Knight.
Jake said it. Nighttime.
He said nighttime.
Yes. I kind of liked it. I was like, okay. He has
to wave
like
one. Damian Lillard. Nighttime.
That was so funny. But I think that's a better. I like that better than Ant Facts. So
cool.
I'll take that.
Yeah, well, and then also Naz Reid comes back, and so another like little like I wouldn't say blessing in disguise, but like another note is okay. We got Monroe for a 10-day, and usually with 10 days we put him in sparingly or only in like a sudden moment where we have no other player to play. We're like relying on Greg Monroe, and then with Naz Reid coming back, it's like you can take your time, Naz. I want to see and evaluate fully what Greg Monroe is to us, because I don't know, like this is weird for me to say, but like. When our starters come back, which they are starting to trickle back in, like I kind of want to see what Greg Monroe does with D'Lo. Yeah. I kind of want to see how Greg Monroe and Ant play off each other.
I didn't even think about it.
And then Cat and Greg, they kind of and Greg. I don't want to say Greg by himself and Monroe like together, right? Because Monroe is like a traditional big, and they said it pretty well on the broadcast, like Al Jefferson, Big Al, traditional big style, and he just passes well. and then having Cat on the perimeter. Like, I don't know who you're guarding, because Monroe rolls real well and passes like a boss, and Cat on the perimeter is lethal, right? So
Yeah.
that could be fun to see moving forward. But a 10-day is a 10-day. Is it? Can we sustain him? Can we continue his contract? I don't know how that all works.
Yeah, I don't either. I haven't paid attention to any of the contract stuff. I've heard that there's even like weird new stuff with COVID and like hardship things. So, I hope that there's a way for us to retain him. But,
yeah. Wait, so Jelson texted him?
Yeah, Dave Benz was on Jelson's YouTube.
Really?
Yes, we got to get Dave on the show.
Jelson, why are you here supporting us? We should be supporting you. We should be joining your show. We should be joining you and your whatever your movement is. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jelson and the Jets.
Jelson also took a picture with Dave Benz courtside, and Jelson is like literally twice his height. It's like insane to see how small Dave Benz looks. But yeah, he's
a person. He's a person.
Yeah. No, I'm saying tall.
Oh yeah, sure. I don't know. The Celtics
insulting him. What?
Benz is small.
Yeah, Benz is small. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Yeah, Jelson's 6'8".
He doesn't need to be tall. He doesn't need to be built for what he is. He's a voice.
Jelson's like
you don't need to grow to be a bigger voice. You just have to be what you are. I'll shut up. But the Celtics were mostly there yesterday, right? Like I think they were missing Tatum and Marcus Smart. I don't know if there was anyone else.
Yeah.
And then today, I think the Knicks are the Knicks. Like, who are they missing?
I think so.
They are ass.
Derrick Rose. They're missing Derrick Rose.
Oh, that is a huge chunk of their. Okay, so that's also. No, Tibbs can't rely on anyone except for his fucking 3 bowls, man. It's so ridiculous.
It's crazy. He's gonna rely on them until they're like 45.
Yeah. Julius Randle is not what he used to be.
No, he used to. I mean, even just last year, he was looking real good, but he's really fallen off. So not good. But he's still obviously apparently their main player, but pretty interesting. So, but anyways, do you want to jump straight into the tier list?
Let's tap into it.
Let's tap into it.
Let's go inside the tier list with Windows Concepts.
Window Concepts. Okay, I'm hoping this works. Hopefully, yes.
Let's go, Jelson. Yeah, you're welcome. I'll probably be out of it. I'll be probably out of it anyways. So. Jake Erickson, you're 6'8". Timberwolves could hit you up with a 10-day.
Seriously, I mean, honestly,
like right there, that very first play, we could have used you, Jelson. Mitchell Robinson had like 10 inches on Nathan Knight. That's probably a very accurate picture of what happened on the opening tip. And I was like, this game's going downhill right now.
All right, we're doing more tech support on the scene, ladies and gentlemen. Let's happening.
Go technology.
It's happening. Technologic. Maybe. Let's see.
Well, I'll say I wrote down 5 things. I don't know, my top 5 takes of the night. And they're mostly very fucking stupid. So Dave Benz was just trying to get all our players back. Once COVID hits, and everyone kind of comes back through all the protocols, and he was naming all the players, and then he said in general all the other players. And then 10 seconds later, he goes, ... and Jared Vanderbilt. As if it's a joke. Like when you make a thing and then you're like, oh, and this other thing that's not the same thing. But Jared Vanderbilt is a player for the Wolves, and he's like, and Jared Vanderbilt. What, is he not a player? But that was a really dumb comment. That was one of my things I wrote down. I think Baby Mac needs to get the fuck off this team.
Yeah, he had nice shoes tonight, though.
Yeah, is that a compliment? Nice shoes. Want a GTFO?
Yeah, maybe you can walk on out. No, I'm just kidding. Gosh. But yeah.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh,
good job. That's good for you, Jelson.
Intel in the chat.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Right. Yeah, well, so
I was waiting for you.
We were going to try something, and we didn't even talk about this before the show, so you get to see the behind the scenes of how we plan the famous Built from Day One show. So we were going to try to cut the tier list down a little bit, because we really probably don't need to be talking about players that are playing 5 6-7 minutes or even less. Like we probably need to talk about the starters and maybe a bench player or two. So
yeah, totally.
I think tonight it probably makes sense to do the starters plus maybe Greg Monroe and Jalen Noel.
That's it.
Perfect. I think
That's
it worked
the
really
list.
well tonight. I think it worked well tonight. So we're not going to do Layman. Props to Layman. He's actually come in and done pretty well over the last 2 games. Reed's done. Honestly, I was kind of bummed to see Reed come in tonight just because I was really wanting to see a lot of Greg Monroe. But obviously, it's good to have him out there. And then
what a slap in the face too when Nathan Knight A gets the start, but then B when he fouls out, we go to Greg Monroe.
Yeah,
it's like, Nas, this is your place in the rotation.
And then Josh only played 5 minutes and had a terrible turnover.
No, it was a bad turnover,
but anyways, so
that's what he is.
Before we're gonna try to in the future, we're probably gonna try to grade them before we get on the show, so we don't make the show like 3 hours long talking about Silva and like all these other people that we've just signed and like people that play 2 minutes a game. But
who knows? We can go deep.
We could go deep, but tonight
it's time to go deeper.
We're gonna start with the player that I can't stop talking about, Greg Monroe. He had 7 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. He didn't miss a shot tonight, and he had 3 personal fouls. So, are you ready to 3-2-1 it?
Oh yeah, it's been a while. I'm ready.
All right, I think I'm ready as well. 3,
2, 1.
B. Yeah, look at us in sync from the first time back.
98 degrees.
Oh, I don't even have a Greg Monroe picture.
Put up.
Ed
he
Davis.
basically is Ed Davis.
Ed Davis is Davis tonight. I promise.
Oh, things are just happening so fast.
I can't add.
You just got off the plane. You just got off the plane.
Yeah.
You just met our media and our team like 30 minutes ago, 24 hours ago.
He doesn't even know any of the players' names.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think I mean, like,
10 people are watching. What the fuck?
I know. Realistically, like, C is like what we expect out of a player. I mean, signing Greg Monroe literally yesterday? Like, we should not be expecting 7, 6, 4, and 3 out of him. Like, we should be expecting like 2 points on 5 minutes. But I still think B is fair because like he contributed in great ways tonight. It wasn't necessarily anything overly insane. I mean, it's insane. Like 3 blocks is great, but like, but yeah, I agree. I just think it was a B performance.
Whoa, 3 blocks.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He was so productive out there. There was a couple of things where he made a couple errant plays here or there, but that's just like not necessarily his fault. It's just like they're playing on instincts. They're not playing on a play call or anything like derived. It's like, how do we know each other? How can we feel like each other off the on the court? So, yeah. And Greg's a vet, and you know what I'm looking for in off the bench? People who know how to fucking play. Yeah. And I don't necessarily need people to take over the game, but like if someone's in foul trouble, just be there and be a stud in your role and not do anything, incredulous. And that's what I love about Greg Monroe. And I think I had no idea he was available, and like A+ signing. Like I'll just say straight up, in the 2-game package that we've seen him, S tier or A tier, A1 tier kind of like level of like proactiveness and getting a player, getting him in here, and then he being ready, like just being completely ready to play.
Yeah.
I dare I say it, like he's my favorite bench player right now because like he's so predictable in what he can do, and we can rely on that on a game-to-game basis.
I 100% agree. I almost, because I bought those like not season tickets, but the like cheap fake season tickets. And I didn't go to I haven't gone to the last few games just because of like COVID and random stuff and schedule. And tonight I almost went just because I wanted to see Greg Monroe, which is insane to say. But
get those 55. Get those Mario Yarich.
Oh my gosh, that's right. He is wearing that number. I knew.
What's his name? Yarich?
Not Jokic. Yarich. Jaric.
Marco Yarich.
Marco Yarich. Yeah. But yeah, no, I didn't even realize he was wearing his number. I was like, wow. No, yeah, he was great tonight. He was even better last night, and man, I am excited, I guess, to see him going forward. Like you said, all the things you said, I didn't even think about the possibilities of him playing with D'Lo and Ant and how he would work. Because like with D'Lo, I feel like he'd be a great big for D'Lo. So I am Insanely.
Ticket seller. his new nickname, out with the moose, in with the ticket seller. We used to have the big ticket. We got ticket seller.
Yes.
He's out on the sideline selling tickets on his time off.
He's the medium ticket.
Medium ticket.
But no, great game from Greg Monroe. So we'll move on to Jalen Noel, the other bench player that I am also excited to see on a nightly basis now. Had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, a block, a steal, only 5 of 14 shooting, 1 of 7 from 3, and 2 turnovers. But he was a team second worst, -16 tonight.
Right. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready too. 3, 2, 1, C.
You know what? We need whiteboards.
Yeah.
We need whiteboards. We flash the whiteboard.
That would be fun.
So we'll do that from now on.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
I just have to buy one.
I would have to buy one too.
But I'm snowed in.
Yeah, that's right.
There's snow in Seattle, and I can't even leave my apartment because there's 2 inches of snow.
I've heard.
What can I do? Apartment 112.
What are you doing?
Anyways,
no.
Yeah, he's a C. We got an L, first of all. I don't know if this is an L or this is the L. This is a L. And yeah, he came shot ready last night and saw the extended highlights, and it was really fun to see him kind of blow up and take over and like demand the ball and get open and get free, and then take matters into his own hands and yam it on Jabari Parker. That's and they already like threw it up on the highlights on like the Target Center. Like that's a highlight of the season.
Yeah.
And top 10 moment, as a Timberwolf, like honestly, like that's awesome for Jalen Noel. 5 for 14 sucks. Like there's no way to spin it. That's really bad. Our 2 best players that we should be like relying on scoring went like 13 for 40. That is like 25%. That's like really shit.
Yeah.
So
if you go back through last night and tonight and look at his shot, just the motion of his shot. Last night, it was a different shot than I've ever seen from him, almost ever. He was taking a long time to shoot it from 3. Like it was a very almost slow motion. But it was very precise and accurate. Obviously, he was 6 of 9 from 3, and there was just lots of good shots and lots of shot making. Tonight, if you look back at highlights of just Jalen Noel, he has a different shot motion on every shot tonight. And it's not like last night. There's a couple that were like similar to last night, but they're different almost every time. So I think there's some mental kind of things going on where it's like, I'm not saying the pressure's getting to him, but I just think that, he was not in the same mindset that he was the last night. Maybe he was in the same aggressive mode, but the shot, like, I can't think of the right word, like technique was just different than it was last night. That's the one thing that I noticed specifically tonight. But yeah. Oh, we're getting whiteboards would go hard as fuck, and I might be able to get Dave on the podcast. No guarantees.
That's way hard. That's harder than a whiteboard. What are you talking about? Anyways, we can't wait to flash our white. I don't know.
Oh my.
Our ratings.
Yes, I am ready.
Stay for our ratings. So Noel. Last game was incredible. And maybe he didn't find himself in the offense. And actually, that's my biggest criticism, not necessarily him, but like how we're getting him the ball is we're not. He has to find it either in transition or like kind of like within like the 5-8 seconds left of the shot clock. We're not like trying to give him a play to like create. Instead, we're actually giving Jaden McDaniels plays, or we're giving Malik Beasley plays, but we're not giving Jalen Noel, who like carried us last game. Like there are way too similar of a player, like Malik Beasley and Noel. And what separates them is the ability to create for themselves. Malik Beasley is good in transition, but he's awful in the half court. Whereas Jalen Noel can actually kind of like survey the court a little bit and pass well. And it's nice to see him kind of doing that as like kind of a temp point guard basis. Actually, what I would like to see is Jordan McLaughlin off this team and Jalen Noel getting those point guard minutes. Whatever stint that Jordan McLaughlin gets, I think Noel should take that and just be in that role. He should be our spark plug off the bench, but I just don't trust it yet. My eyes are on him. I care about him as a player and as human, but like I don't know what he is yet.
I agree. I am still nervous about him, and I obviously am very excited about the possibility of him being a go-to player, but especially with Beasley being still not shooting well this year, it'd be a great thing to have, but I just don't trust it. But
cool. And kudos to the other, bench players that came to play and did their thing. It's awesome to see Jake Layman getting some minutes. He started last night. That was pretty cool. But yeah, they are not deserving of a grade tonight because, well, we just don't care enough.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, we're on to the starters, and we're going to start with J-Mac. Also, I forgot to say this earlier. If you're new here,
I like it.
Leave a like on the stream. Subscribe. We're really close to 100 subscribers. Not that means anything, but it would just be cool to see 3 numbers instead of 2.
Yeah. If you're watching Endgame and, Tony Stark's daughter says, "I love you 96," as opposed to "I love you 100" or "I love you 3,000." That number doesn't matter, but "I love you 96," that doesn't make any sense. "I love you 3,000." There's a cool little catchphrase,
I like that, and I'm gonna pretend like I know anything about what you're talking about.
It's a fucking dumb reference that I spent way too much time thinking about.
I'm sure somebody in chat knows, but
yeah. Shout out to you, the one.
Yeah, the one person in chat that knows. All right, Baby Mac, Little Mac, Jordan McLaughlin, good shoes. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 4 out of 10 shooting.
4 out of 10 is my grade.
And that is probably my grade as well. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh boy, wait, am I ready? Let me see.
Yeah, we're ready.
I think I'm ready.
All
okay,
right.
3, 2, 1, D.
There it is.
Okay, good.
Cool. What if she said that she didn't love him, that she doesn't love him? Oh, are we talking about J-Mac's girlfriend?
I think
that
they're talking
they
about
got engaged.
Spider-Man or whatever you're talking about.
Oh. Yeah.
I legit don't know.
Yeah. Jordan McLaughlin, he was super aggressive in that first quarter, and it made me cringe. I don't want to see these layups against Mitchell Robinson that will get blocked. I don't want to see these overhead passes that are just getting deflected by Randall or RJ Barrett or whatever. And you're too small on the court. When they announced him and 6 foot from USC, I'm like, please don't be Baby Mac.
Yeah.
Be Greg Monroe, swatting or something.
Seriously.
That's my thoughts. And there's no hate towards or ill will towards the player or the person. It's just on our team. I think he's kind of run this course. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to see Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverley, Jordan McLaughlin on the court. They're all 6'2", or less. Right? So
yeah, no, I agree. And the tricky thing about grading the players on a nightly basis is that it does seem harsh. And obviously we're going to have criticisms for everybody, including obviously the big players like Cat and Ant and D'Lo on a nightly basis. But and it's tricky because these guys are fighting for playing time and trying to stay in the league, and you got people like Greg Monroe who just fought his way back into the league out of totally. A miracle. But
Minneapolis one.
I mean, it's just we're just basing it off performance, and he has not been good for us this year. I'm not saying he can't be a good player, but it's just been really bad this year, and it's really tough to watch that. So
for some reason, I thought it was going to be North Dakota State. I just thought it was going to be that. That was my first thought when I was Justin's going to college. Where?
Quarterback.
There.
NDSU.
Oh, you're going to be a quarterback?
No.
I hope you like hockey. I don't know. I hope you like sports there. I don't know. Yeah. There's big sports town though.
They are a big sports town now. Yeah. All right.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I have nothing really to say about him, and actually, I wish I was talking about Chris Silva or some other, or Leandro or Leandro Balmaro or something
or McKinley Wright.
Or McKinley Wright, who's not available.
Yes.
It's cool that we also have this level of competition for the spot, right? We have 4 or 5 players that are going to compete against each other for that spot, and no spot is determined except for our starters. So McLaughlin, I mean, I'm sorry, you probably deserved a contract as of the amount of time you devoted to us, right?
Yeah.
But we could push you aside for another player now.
Unfortunately, that is the truth, and it's just not working. And like I said, maybe it'll work for another team or something like that, but this is just one of those players that I think we have to stop playing and start playing, even like Noel as a point guard. I mean, there's no reason Noel couldn't take over a lot of the minutes that he has, or like you said, Bomaro, or once McKinley Wright is not sick anymore. McKinley Wright, like there's nothing that
totally.
they can't do, or there's nothing that they can do that I don't know. You know what I mean? Like basically,
Totally.
they can make up for losing Jordan McLaughlin's minutes. So,
Yeah. I mean, they're not starters for a reason. Like they're not all stars, and they're not like monumental players. They're just like chip in players. They're there to occupy time and minutes on the court, and not like do anything egregious.
Yep.
And this is a weird comparison, but like he's going to get compared to like Tyus Jones quite a bit in Timberwolves, like the faithful of Timberwolves. And Tyus Jones with Ja Morant out, like led the Grizzlies to like a 12-4 record, and now they're the 4th seed. Like that's a weird fucking like weird thing to say out loud.
It is really weird.
Yeah, and they're a 4th seed in the West right now. It's ridiculous. And I'm not expecting that out of like Jordan McLaughlin. It's just we need him to do more, which is actually do less. Or anyways,
I know what you mean.
What up, headshot? No.
Headshot, Malik. See, I'm telling you, people on Twitter are just out for Malik. We just go off on this tangent about like being nice to the players and everything, and then Headshot comes in here. Malik needs to be traded ASAP. Hey,
yeah, I mean, let's get to him next.
Let's do him next. Yeah, let's do Malik next. So Malik played 40 minutes tonight.
Wow.
He had 20 points, 4 rebounds, only 1 assist, 1 steal, 8 of 23 shooting.
Of which 4 of 16.
Exactly.
From 3.
That's not good. That's not Arby's. That's not okay.
That's not Arby's. No, you didn't get Arby's.
No Arby's tonight.
Oh, sorry, man.
We're trading him just based on that. Wancho that name. Oh boy.
Man, Wancho played last night, and boy, he played like a Wancho.
He did. I was glad. I was like, please do not do this typical like revenge Timberwolves
revenge game.
God. His revenge game was like 3 points and
3 minutes,
2 rebounds or something.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, yeah, Beasley. Before we get really into him, grade ready?
Yeah.
He's shot ready, but is he grade ready? Are we grade ready?
I think I'm ready.
All right.
Make an
RBT.
Oh,
I like that.
Okay. I'm okay with that. We got to do a lot of revamping.
This tier list is expanding. There's like trees within the list.
Yes.
We got to get in the A tier list tonight only.
Yeah. Okay.
There's the French dip tier list. There's the beef and cheddar. There's the free game ticket list.
Yeah. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
D. Ooh. So we differ a little bit. And I'll let you go first. I've been talking your ear off.
No, so I mean, I think we need to in a game like this where Beasley's going to be arguably the best shooter on the court, maybe Jalen Noel, but apparently Greg Monroe, but apparently Jaden McDaniels, like what the heck. But sure, he scored the most points tonight. But 4 of 16 shooting from 3. I know I have been saying this every single episode, every single day, every single game. Beasley's going to take a long time to get used to it, and I still believe that. But at the same time, we're getting to a point where we need him to not be shooting 4 of 16 from 3, especially if he's going to be taking 16 threes. If he's going to only make 4, he can't be taking more than 10. He like that. They were talking about it on the broadcast about like shooting him into a rhythm. They were kind of just saying that he was just taking that liberty on himself, which to some extent is kind of fair with the lineup that we have out there. It's like, we're third stringers or the third stringers right now, but like we need more out of him and we expect more. Like 20 points. Sure. We probably would hope for at least, we're hoping closer to like 15 points from Malik Beasley, honestly. So getting more than that is great, but it took 23 shots to get to 20 points, and that efficiency, it hurts. And he's just taking so many shots and killer moments, and he took some really bad threes late in the game that just killed you, and they were just short, bad shots. The ones that I always complain about, Headshot saying C, he's questioning you, but I just I think they were really bad shots, and I expect more out of Beasley.
Yeah, I too expect more out of Beasley. He's in a starter role, a role that he's been wanting all year, and he's
Yeah.
been accepting of a bench role, and he hasn't performed to expectations. So here we are, giving him a role, and he's not exceeding, not thriving, or anything. Yet we're probably not in this game without him, right? So we do kind of rely on whatever production he's been given. I'm about to cough and sneeze at the same time, so.
Protocols.
I was trying to mute.
Health and
but,
safety protocols.
Yeah. But, anyways, I think he's it's all mental for him. I think his shot form looks good. I think he's getting his shots where he wants them, and we need a player to just be shot ready at any given moment. And our flow of the offense is non-existent. Like, he's so reliant on other players to create for him that he's having to do things outside of his role. And kind of in a nutshell, that's why I'm giving him a C. I totally agree and would not complain whatsoever if he's a D. Go ahead and throw him in a D. But just, terrible shot selection at times. He had a kind of a fun run where he got a dunk and then a three, and then like another three or something like that was what it was. He kind of had a poor first quarter, poor first half, and we're looking for some spark. And honestly, Beasley, like, your time is kind of like, your days are numbered in this kind of like regime. If you're the player we're looking to score in bunches and you're throwing out, waking the stat lines.
Yeah. I just out of sheer fear of chat, I'm going to put him in a D.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you said. Like, we needed his production tonight. Otherwise, like, it wouldn't have even been as close of a game as it was. But obviously, would love to see a little bit better efficiency out of him.
That tier list is looking like a fucking L, my friend.
It is an L. Oh my gosh. Mind blown.
Brain melted.
Headshot Wancho.
Or blown.
Wancho. I don't think we can do. I mean, he did some Wancho level things tonight, but I don't think his entire performance was a Wancho. Yeah. I think it was maybe close.
Yeah, I don't think we can really grade that poorly and that harshly when we don't have our starters out there.
Yeah.
Like, that's, a Wancho tier is like literally being asked to do something and then doing the opposite of. Yeah, yes. Like, that's like the Wancho in a nutshell. So, and headshot. He just came off the plane. Headshot. He just came off the plane.
There's no.
We were not ready. We were not ready. Yeah. He has deleted his Twitter, his Facebook. NBA.com doesn't have record of him. It's just an egg.
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
You have to use someone to compare him to.
But I'm glad you knew that was Greg Monroe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next up, who's up next? We've got
Beverly.
You said Beverly? Yeah, probably Beverly. Yeah. So Beverly played 30 minutes tonight. Only had 3 points. He did have 7 rebounds, 7 assists, but he was 0 of 8 shooting.
Yeah.
And it was a team high, -17, and it kind of felt like it tonight.
It kind of felt like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good. He was coaching on the court a little bit. He was like trying to get Nathan Knight motivated at some point. He was like dapping up Greg Monroe at a point. I can't even remember, but headshot. But no, he was pretty bad tonight.
I think the L-shaped tier list is going to continue. Are you ready?
I agree. All right. 3, 2, 1. D. Yeah, and I think it's a pretty low D.
Like the worst of the Ds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe my least favorite game from him ever, like in the Timberwolves uniform at least. And I felt it. Like, his floaters weren't going. He's doing his hook shots. They were not Kareem Abdul from afar. And and he took it time and time again. Shots where I didn't feel like it was the time to take a shot. Like I just that's not what I wanted from a player like that. And actually, it's like, it sucks that Patrick Beverley's playing with these types of levels of players, because he probably fiends off and thrives off the high energy from our starters normally, right? The players that he wants to kind of coach up as opposed to like coach at all. Right?
Yeah. And Headshot makes a good point. This is his first game back, so there's a little bit of slack there.
Yeah, totally.
Shooting wise, I guess. And then the other thing I want to mention is that like 5 of those 7 rebounds came in like the fourth quarter in a row. Like the Knicks just kept missing, and he kept getting the rebounds. It was like 5 in a row. But
Yeah, headshot, screenshotted our tier list and posted in our Discord.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking funny.
What? Oh
It's pretty
no.
funny. Yeah, he's watching it full screen, 55-inch.
Whoa, nice.
I mean, look at that. Look at that quality of that screenshot.
My phone's bugging out. But
don't worry about it.
I believe you.
You should believe me because it's straight fact coming out of my mouth. Beverly, I think, does some things well and does some things that are like out of his role, and sometimes it works really well. And then that foul on Kemba Walker late in the game, that's another classic Beverly moment where it's like, okay, now he goes to the line, and now you laugh about it, but yeah, that also cost us a potential possession here or there. So he's going to have those kind of plays, and we just have to deal with it. But when on a night like this, we're kind of evaluating others. I don't want it to be like looking at you. Yeah. I was actually kind of like, not super excited. I was excited that Patrick Beverly is available and ready, but I didn't really need him out there. I think I would rather have seen other players kind of play tonight, because this is like what we were talking about in the beginning of this broadcast, this show. Like, we're just evaluating players right now. The losses are going to happen. Like, who are we keeping? Right, we already know who we are keeping. That's one of them is Beverly. So,
and yeah, all the players that are out, So it's like this is the time.
That's it. Oh my god,
this is like the time to like determine. And you're right. I don't really want to see so much Patrick Beverly out, but well, yeah. So yeah, we gave him a grade, so we're all good there. All right, so let's do Nathan Knight next and keep Jaden McDaniels for last. So
yeah, these are the two best players from last night. Like, it's kind of cool to like have them carry on that momentum in the starting. Or sorry, not Jaden. Sorry,
yeah.
Jaden.
I was like, what? I mean, he was not that. He was pretty good last night too, but no. Anyways,
Nathan's 34.
Nathan Knight. So he had, where'd he go? 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a block. He was 3 of 8 shooting, 6 fouls. He did foul out. Got to the line a couple times, but nothing too crazy. Played 25 minutes. Are you ready for a grade?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. C. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. I vibe with that. I fuck with that.
Well, it looks like chat actually agrees with you much more than me.
Yeah. Justin and Headshot. I think are right on that. He didn't do anything extraordinary, but he made his free throws, which other people didn't. He had 4 offensive rebounds that I can kind of recall when they were, which was a sight for sore eyes I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, everything was going Mitchell Robinson's way, and to like post him back, to box him out, to do something that's like deterring Mitchell Robinson from grabbing rebounds. Well, that was Nathan Wright's role, and I think he did it on occasion. And he learned from a couple mistakes he did when he was like, he went up for a block shot on quickly, and then like Mitchell Robinson got the the dunk put back. Then he didn't do it next time. Like, I saw that growth in a possession, right? It was really kind of cool to see. Honestly, like, yeah, maybe a C is more deserving, but like, because the production wasn't what we were expecting from last night's production and output.
I think,
but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I might have been swayed, because I think I'm very slightly, but more harshly grading him just because I've seen him play games before. Whereas like, he had a very similar production and stat line to Greg Monroe tonight. So and realistically, should I be expecting much more than that? Probably not. So I think it probably does make sense to have him as a B, and I think that's what Chad agrees with, and obviously you said B too. So I think a B is fair.
Yeah, awesome. Justin asks, how do you guys know each other? You guys, are you texting Dave Benz, and you actually just posted it on YouTube? What was that?
What he asked? Oh, how do we know each other?
Yeah, how do we know each other?
How did we first meet? Was it on Reddit?
Yeah, it was on Reddit. I did a who's who post on Reddit, like, where are we all from, because the season sucked.
Right.
And then you responded, I'm in Seattle. I'm like, oh yeah, let's kick it.
Yeah, and then we went to B-Dubs and we watched the Timberwolves lose a 30-point lead in the fourth quarter to the Kings.
Yeah.
That wasn't the first time we sat together.
No,
but
one of the times.
It was one of the times.
It was all a blur.
Yeah. But yeah. Reddit is
That's
how
what
we
happened.
messed. How crazy is that? And then we don't even barely go on
Times.
Reddit anymore.
Nah. I used to all the time, and I just don't know if I care anymore.
I don't, and I'm a mod, so I don't. That's pretty messed
They
up.
are vetting the mods. I don't know if you saw
I
that.
did
They're like
see
looking
that.
for new mods, and like Cameron's time is up.
Yeah, if you want to say
January
anything wild, yeah.
Oh
January
yeah, that was
26th, 2020.
that was the night of the Kings loss.
That
The
was
night
okay.
the night after Kobe passed away. Yeah.
Jelson, I used to live in Seattle, and may again here soon. But yeah. So, and Ashwin lives in Seattle, so
Yeah, I currently live in Seattle,
he's the real Seattleite.
but born and raised in Eden Prairie,
Eden Prairie,
land of the free, land of the prairie.
Anyways,
Yeah, that's it.
Who are we on? I can't remember. We were on Nathan
Don't remember.
Knight, and we gave him
Nate
a B.
Night for Nate Knight.
Night.
He fouls out though, and it was a good thing he fouled out on a phantom call because then we got to see Greg Monroe again. So that's a plus in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he killer like a put him in a package from yesterday and today. Killer production, killer output. Like he's doing way more than we were expecting him to.
That's true.
He's starting. Like Nasri's not starting. That's telling. I think that's telling. And he's a body that's not like getting offensive fouls. That's a funny thing about the bigs in the NBA is like they're so touchy about like when a player boxes them out or presses up on him or like posts them up. You can easily just like knock him or push him back. Nathan Knight, when he's posting up or when he's getting a possession in his hands, like he's not doing anything egregious or like anything like terrible or wrong. And he's like trying to pass like Greg Monroe right now. It's like that's kind of cool to see. I think he's growing before our eyes. I don't want to rely on him too much, but like he's a great, sensational, dare I say, S-tier third big.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, no, I really like him. I wish we would have seen more minutes from him early on the season. I get it that he's still really raw, but like I think just right now, at times we've really been needing bigger bodies, and we just haven't been putting Nathan Knight out there. So I like to see that, and I similar like headshots in the chat right now saying like, "Hey, I told y'all about Nathan Knight," and this is me telling you all about McKinley Wright for like the millionth time. I am so ready to see McKinley Wright because I think he's going to be an S tier third point guard for us. So, yeah. Well, anyways, we're on to the last player. Jaden McDaniels, who I guess is the star of the night. Jaden, he played 35 minutes, and he actually had a stat line that we can talk about. He had 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 blocks. He was 7 of 11 shooting.
Oh my gosh!
And
his misses were from 3. He was perfect from the field.
Yes, he was.
He had that killer dunk, that like cutting dunk. That was so cool.
That was so
cool to see.
And most importantly, only 1 personal foul. Insane.
Wow. And like one would think, we challenged that play. And it's thinking like throughout the entire season, dare I say his career, he's just getting a lot of like phantom calls. Mm-hmm. Like where is the foul type fouls? And he just gets them. He was playing a little lazy this season. And anyways, we challenged that call. You could see how completely like deliberate he is avoiding all contact, hitting the ball and only the ball. And that was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm just saying a lot to say basically like, he's very underestimated, I think, amongst fan bases, amongst like, even like how to ref him, how to coach him or whatever. I think he's asked to do a little bit more than his role is deserved to, but like, I think he's one of the like the takeaways from this COVID ball, right? Like he's playing very well, and I think he's deserving of minutes. And where he is in our team, where he fits as he's a starter, I don't think he is, but he should be one of our core pieces moving forward.
And as you know me,
5 blocks, that's crazy.
Known Jaden, not so much of a fan. He's boosting his trade value right now,
Yeah, that's also what's probably happening.
Boosting it back up. But no, I thought this was a great game from him. He's boosted. And yeah, I thought this was a great game from him. I guess we talked about him before we graded him. I didn't even realize it. So, are you ready for a Jaden grade?
Yeah, on a loss too, might I say.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
All right, 3,
2,
1. Hey.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Cool.
8. I almost
I
didn't
would
say
have beat you
anything.
to it.
Yeah.
Like I think the whiteboards are going to be pretty fun.
I think that's gonna be
They're
better.
gonna
I don't
they're gonna be
know.
very visual.
I just like when we're saying 3, 2, 1, I like lose track of what I'm doing, what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't multitask. But yeah, I agree. I think this was a great game from him. Can't be A1 because this. I mean, we're not gonna like never forget this game, but this was a great game from him. And when we have everybody down like this, for him to step up and score 18 points and have 5 blocks, like that's insane. Also go 7-11 shooting and no like 1 foul, that's insane. So A tier for sure. Really the only thing he could have improved on is hitting a couple threes. But honestly,
Yeah. And he hit a couple threes, we win this game.
yeah, exactly. So I like this. I like this game a lot from Jaden, and I hope we see more good Jaden games coming up.
Yeah. I mean, that's really it for me. Like, it's nice to see all this. I don't want to watch this type of level and tier of basketball much longer, and I'm kind of against the idea of the NBA playing these games, just as a general like comment. But it's good opportunity for players that are either out of the rotation or out of the league to get small minutes and bunches of minutes here and there. And it's cool to see a fucking Greg Monroe and like some other random people stepping up in like Joe Johnson on the Celtics or something. That's kind of cool to see as like a little like novel story.
Yep.
Isaiah Thomas comes back for 10 games. That's kind of interesting. Anyways, I don't know. I think he's already in the doghouse with LeBron.
Yeah.
But
I think it's, I was wondering why I was like enjoying the last 2 games so much. But I think it's because it reminded me of the old Wolves. Like
when they were just so bad.
Well, yeah, and this was like a legitimate starting lineup that you would see from the Wolves of like 7 years ago, Like we would have, or 10 years ago, we'd have all these people that were kind of nobodies that could kind of like, I mean, Jake Layman's out there getting points now. He had 9 points. We have Greg Monroe, who's not a nobody. He's like kind of slept on right now, but obviously was out of the league up until yesterday. You have Jalen Noel, who Greg Monroe doesn't even know. You've got all these players that are just showing out at the right time, and it is kind of fun to watch. I love watching player development and seeing like stars rise in these situations. I'm glad we won one of these 2 games because I think that keeps us in a good place for the playoffs. I'm still not super concerned that even if we went on a pretty bad streak, like we'd have to go on such a bad streak to really fall out of the playoffs. But I mean, that's certainly possible. But no, I think this was a good night, a good couple nights from our team being down as many players as they were. We're still only 1 game out of the 6 seed, 5 seed actually. So pretty insane. But
and there's still some key players out there. Godfrey comes in with the Robbie Hummel, but there's like also like a Michael Beasley, and there's some other players out there that are still like young and potentially have something in the tank with them. Like, where is Gerald Green? Where is he? Like, he could just dunk.
Yeah, seriously.
Join a team on 10 day and then be in the dunk contest or something. Like, get him going. I don't know.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think that would be fun. Oh man, the Lakers barely won tonight. I was hoping they lost. Dang it.
Every night is a great night when the Lakers lose. I'll just say that much straight up. I'm sorry, any pseudo Laker fans here. It is such a weird thing to say out loud, but it's like so awesome to see the box scores and be like, and the Lakers got another L.
Yeah, I know. It is good. And it's gone on much longer than I expected, their turmoil. I said in the beginning of the season, they're going to start and everybody's going to get all crazy. They're going to start blaming each other, pointing fingers, trades, all this stuff. But they continue to suck. They're still really bad. So, it's pretty rewarding to see. But at the same time, I more so care about the Timberwolves and their success. So I'll let the Lakers do whatever the heck they're doing over there. But I'm just glad to see the Timberwolves playing around 500 basketball, having us care about every game. That's very fun to me. Like usually at this point in the season, we're already kind of thinking, oh, who's the next Cade Cunningham? Who's the next whoever? Like that's what we're thinking about at this point. And this point, we're like, hey, we have a chance to be like in the 5 seed if we win a couple games in a row. So
season's still very young in that regard. And when we get healthy, it's a toss-up, right? In a lot of ways, like we go 500, we are probably in the hunt for a 5 to 6, 7 seed. So it's pretty 100%. Cool to see that Yeah, what a strange season, but it's not about the wins and losses. It's about the journey, process,
the friends
you make along the way.
way.
We had that scripted, we were rehearsing it for this moment.
when we knew we'd have exactly 12 people in chat
Yeah.
that all like the stream, all subscribe to the channel.
Dude,
you guys are amazing.
Comment below.
But seriously, yeah, comment below. But I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Jelson saying looks forward to the games after the where did it go here? Look forward to the stream after the game. Appreciate it. But yeah, I appreciate all you showing up in chat. We are 4 subs away exactly, headshot, from 100. Yeah, from
4
footlongs for everybody.
We have the longs.
Oh God.
We have the footies.
But the Timberwolves play on Friday. They play against the Utah Jazz.
I thought Dave Ben said we're done with games this year. And we were waiting till the new year. Oh, I guess we're playing on Friday.
He is wrong. Yes, we play on Friday night.
I get my news, my outlet, Madden passed away tonight, and I learned that from Benzie.
Dave Benz is your news source for every world news. Yeah. Yes, we were talking about footlongs and chat's calling us sus. But
it's New Year's Eve and we'll be playing the Jazz. That's cool.
Might have Ant back.
Ooh, that'll be a must-watch game.
Finally.
I will be here for that. Hope you're down. I don't know if you have plans with the fam.
I am not doing plans with the fam. I will be available.
Cool. So let's enjoy New Year's Eve together in some capacity.
Yeah, maybe actually it could be at the perfect timing, Central Time.
To do a stream, maybe.
We could be streaming as the clock strikes midnight.
Whoa.
Join us for a midnight jamboree.
With our bevs? With our bevs?
Yeah, with our water and maybe some Pepsi if I can find some at the store.
Is this Timberwolves? Yeah, it's Timberwolves.
Oh, it is Timberwolves. Some dairy pills. I got some dairy pills.
Wow. I like that.
But yeah, we'll do a little New Year's Eve.
You went to the doctor and you're like they were like, you need more cow in your diet?
No, they're not. They're lax, anti, what? Not lactose. Yeah, lactose. I was gonna say laxatives. Jesus.
But... Oh man, I just binged Euphoria, and holy crap!
Yeah.
Have you seen that show?
I have not.
It is a year or two removed from actually being on debuted on HBO Max. Go watch that fuck out of that show.
Okay.
It is phenomenal.
All right. Well, I won't let you spoil it for me, but I'm curious. I think I've seen ads for it.
You should see it. I think season 2 starts next month or whatever. I don't know why I'm talking about this. It was just something that came to mind when you were talking about pills, because that show is all about fucking getting high, getting wasted, and you're like 12 years old. Yeah.
Join us back on New Year's Eve for all that. Hey, new subscriber, Big Ginge, I think is what it is.
I love it. I love that name. I love how you left that R out completely.
Yeah, well, it's not there.
It's not even there.
Hey, and oh my goodness, we just suddenly went. What is happening right now? Somebody's got burner accounts or something. We are suddenly at 103 subscribers. My subscriber account is just jumping as I look at it.
Well, we got one at least. Big Ginge.
I don't know why all of them don't show up. I'm sorry that they didn't show up. I appreciate it. If you
That's
did,
awesome though.
Say it
Congrats,
in chat.
Cam.
Congrats, us. You burnered us.
You're
Thank you, Jelson. Everybody, get your burners out. Like the video.
Us. Burned.
Yes, I like it.
Like Kevin Durant.
Yes, true.
That Matrix movie was ass. I was pressing that fucking right click on the move forward 15 seconds every fucking 15 seconds. I was just wanting to get through that fucking movie. Sorry.
I never watched
that was my 5-second review. You're crazy.
I am uncultured.
Also, you're 10 years old, right? So you would have missed it anyways.
Yeah. I was born in 2011.
That was a time to be alive.
That was a time to be that. I was out of high school by then. Alrighty. Well, I don't really have anything else. No. I am gonna go sleep probably for another 12 hours because I've woken up early for work every single day this week. So I'm ready to.
Wow.
I'm ready to sleep. Yeah, I worked on Christmas. I chose to work on Christmas. I worked on Christmas Eve. Not that I really care, but
I woke up, I played video games all day yesterday. I woke up and I played video games all day today.
Yes, I've been playing a lot of video games as well. That's probably what I'm going to do right after this, after I get some water and some food.
Nice. Your plans are just looking up now.
My mood is impeccable right
It's
now.
been Greg Monroe.
Yes, it has been Greg Monroe and Bernard.
Well, thank you everyone for the show tonight and hanging out with us, chatting up with the boys, and hopefully we get a dub to close out the year. But if with Ant coming back and Prince, maybe Prince gets some time. I hope not. And well, I mean, I don't know. It's been a really fun year this year so far. Like Peterson said on the broadcast, like either like last night or a couple of games before, like this is like his favorite team that he's been covering since the KG years, and I think it's kind of true.
I agree,
There's so many like things to like think about and tinker in your mind about like what this team could be like, and it could also be fucking dumpster when like things aren't working well, but like you could see some like small little nuggets of like something forming, and like players playing like on instincts and intuition is also maybe part of a culture changing too. Like we're so reliant on Tibbs, or we're so reliant on like Rick Adelman and Luke Ridnour and like all those other fucking random players. Like now we're like having the players like kind of play within themselves, and it's kind of nice to see. Anyways.
I think the thing I don't want to go on a tangent, but I will say, to add on to what exactly you just said, around a year and a half ago when we were doing our show on Twitch, I was near the bottom of my Timberwolves fandom because I felt like we had no directions to go. There wasn't like a rebuild direction. There wasn't really like a retool direction. There wasn't really like a success direction. And suddenly we have paths. If it doesn't work this season, if we don't make the playoffs, we have the option. We have Ant. We are in love with Ant. We could build around him. If things go well throughout the middle of the season, we can try to acquire some players and build and buy. And then, we can also sell and kind of go total tank mode. There's a lot of different options, and I'll just say I'm happy to have options. I'm feeling good. I know we're not 500, but we're close enough that it's feeling good. So that's my final thoughts. That's all. As tradition,
we have for it tonight.
We're going to do the intros, the outro.
I love that.
Thank you guys for showing up again, and thank you for getting us over 100 subs. I truly appreciate it. But we will see you on Friday night, New Year's Eve edition.
Right, let's go Wolves.
See you then.